Oh, Holly. Oh, look at you. You look amazing.
Josh and Holly met on the Inter-Islander ferry where they talked and talked and talked for the whole trip, and it was the beginning of a great friendship. Shortly after returning from camp, Josh invited Holly to youth group at Richmond New Life Church, where I was the youth pastor. They spent a whole lot of time there becoming leaders, running the youth band together. Right from the beginning, their love of God and serving others was the foundation of their friendship. But Josh only had eyes for Holly. While Holly knew this, she wasn't interested even in the slightest, and insisted they were just friends, even going as far as calling him a brother. This did not discourage Josh. Some might call him stubborn, others are romantic, but he continued to stick by Holly. 2 years later, at the age of 16, Holly finally came to her senses or succumbed to Josh's persuasion. And Josh was released from the friend zone. Big cheer for Josh. Many things have shaped and moulded them over the last few years, and as a couple, from their high school days to a year long of distance, tough, and then the past 4 years in Wellington together. Those who know Josh and Holly know that they are a couple who have always valued laughter and fun with their friends and family. Megan and I have loved being a part of your journey, and it's been a privilege to watch you both grow, to mature in life, relationship and faith. You've been intentional in building relationships with your family, friends and God. Megan and I are both genuinely excited to see how things continue to grow and how you continue to encourage and shape this world with your marriage.
Today, Holly, I choose you because of your contagious smile, your beautiful spirit, and your passion for Jesus. I choose you to struggle and succeed with, to love and grow old with. I choose you to always be by my side. Together we will face the future without fear because we both have each other to lean on. We will grow together, learn together, and take on the world together. Holly, in the presence of God, our family and friends, I take you to be my wife. I promise to remain faithful to you, to honour and respect you always. I promise to cherish and encourage your own fulfilment as an individual, and I promise to keep God at the centre of our marriage, that together we might grow in the likeness of Christ. I promise to laugh with you in times of joy and comfort you in times of sadness. From this day forth, I promise to love you unconditionally all the days of my life.
I don't know that there was a single moment where I knew that I would marry you. After our first meeting on the boat at 14 years old, I knew you were one out of the box. Of course, that wasn't quite the beginning of our love story, but it was the beginning of the best friendship I have ever known. It has been the honour of my life to first be your friend and then your partner. We have grown up side by side and shared many milestones together. We have seen some of life's greatest highs, and in more recent years, some absolute lows. Through it all, you have held my hand and been my strength. You aren't just my man, you're my comfort, my constant, my confidant, and often my chaos. But I wouldn't have it any other way. Josh, in the presence of God, our family and friends, I take you to be my husband. I promise to remain faithful to you, to honour and respect you always. I promise to cherish and encourage your own fulfilment as an individual. I promise to keep God at the centre of our marriage, that together we might grow in the likeness of Christ. I promise to laugh with you in times of joy and comfort you in times of sadness. From this day forth, I promise to love you unconditionally all the days of my life.
Holly and Josh, today you have both dedicated your lives, futures and hopes together in marriage. Therefore, it is my absolute delight and pleasure to now pronounce you as husband and wife. Josh, you may kiss your bride.
Josh as a friend for ages, and one day she casually said to me, "Josh is coming round to meet you." His first words on walking into our house were, "Wow, this is a really old house." I was so disappointed because I love my villa. Clearly, Josh is not fond of vintage things.
I would say to her, "Holly, it's okay. Like, you like Josh. It's fine. You can admit it." And she would be like, "Ooh, absolutely not. He's like my brother." Is he, Holly? Is he really? So Josh, he made the first move and he disclosed his feelings to Holly. Poor Josh, as we've heard, was very, very deep in the friend zone. And to directly quote Holly, and I mean to an absolute T, she said, "I know one day there will be a girl that comes along that will be perfect for you. And you're going to treat her like a princess. I know God has her lined up for you, but that girl just isn't me."
I have seen you two transform the other into a more relaxed or more organised version of themselves. Unless Josh is winding Holly up, in that case, the Josh stop echoes.
There was one key point that I did know of Holly, and that was that she was in a relationship. And he just sort of kept himself in the picture, one foot in the door, so to speak, but not enough to, cross over the line. Until one day, Josh, or somebody told us, it was a very exciting piece of information, that Holly's relationship had ended. Yeah, just like the gentleman Josh was, he waited about 2 hours for the dust to settle. He was straight in to shoot his shot, and here we are.
Josh adored his cousins and he spent a lot of time with them growing up. On one occasion though, this love was tested as his darling Rach was riding the motorbike on Uncle Matthew's farm. Now after the 4th lap of her not sharing and Josh's persistent asking, he could think of no better way to really get results and out of utter frustration dropped his Dax and flashed Willie. Yeah, that'll work. I'm not sure if it was out of compassion or frustration, but cousin Ben did the same. With that, Rach roars with laughter, guns the motorbike the hell out of there and gives them a wave. Didn't work. Now you ask me how do I know this story? Because of Josh's deep conscience. On the way home he had to confess his sins. So Holly, if Josh doesn't get his way, you know what's coming.
Bring it on!
Easy, Tiger.